Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to take a hands-on look at the Uniden R3 radar detector. We're going to take a look at the design, the buttons, and dive into the menu so you guys can get familiar with the detector. Now, a quick note about this detector. As far as the hardware, this is all production hardware. This is what the detector is going to look like and everything. However, the firmware itself is still under development. I'm running beta firmware here. What that means is we're still discussing things with Uniden to add new features, change things, etc. So by the time the detector is officially released, things will be a little bit different. I'll do an updated video kind of explaining all the different features then and going into more explanation and detail. This video is more of just kind of a preview of what you guys can expect. Sound good? So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the detector itself. So up here on top of the detector, we've got our power button, we've got our menu button, and we've got our volume controls. Over here on this side, we've got our power cable, as well as our audio out, if you want to plug in headphones or something. We've got our USB port right there for red light camera database updates or firmware updates. We've got our horn right there, and we've got our laser sensor. Over here, this is the rear laser sensor. Next, let's go ahead and trigger the radar detector with radar and laser so you can see what the alerts look like. We'll start with K-band. So there's a K-band signal. You can see we've got the band, signal strength, as well as the frequency out to 3 digits. As the signal starts ramping down, you'll see the color of the band actually starts to change to reflect the signal strength, which is kind of cool. If you want to lock out a K-band signal, you just press the mute button twice and it'll lock that signal out. We'll trigger Ka-band next. So Ka-band signal like this. So again, frequency up to 3 digits, which is pretty cool. We've got our speed and our direction of travel right there, which is adjustable. We can configure this. I'll show you that in just a second. And we'll go ahead and do laser as well. There is our laser alert. Go ahead and mute it real quick. Cool. So there is the way the alerts look. If we want, we can also adjust the brightness of the display. That's going to be with this button right here. So we just press and hold like this, go to dim, or we can go even dimmer, good for nighttime driving. If we want, we can also run it in dark mode. This is pretty cool. So the idea here is the display will be turned off, and you'll see a little blinking light right there in the corner to let you know that the detector is in fact powered on. However, when you get an alert, you'll see the alert will pop up on screen like this. It'll be displayed, and then once the alert is gone, the screen will turn off again. This is really nice for getting your attention, especially for using lockouts or low-speed muting or any of the other stuff at night, so you'll see the display light up, gets your attention. That's pretty cool. If you don't want the display to light up, you can just turn it off completely and you'll get no visual indication. You'll still hear the alerts, but you won't see anything. And then finally, for now, we'll switch back into bright so we can see everything that's going on. As far as the mark button right here, if we want to manually get marked or notified of a location when we drive by, maybe where we are now, this is a common speed trap or whatever, we can just mark the location. If we don't want that, we can just press it again and it will delete that location. You'll see over here on the side, it says highway mode. We've got highway mode and 2 different city modes. 2 ways to access them. One is a long press here of the menu button. Highway, city, city 2. Oops. Short press takes you into the menu. And okay, here's the other one. It goes into the menu, and then we can switch between the different modes here as well. So highway mode is going to be full sensitivity. City mode is going to be reducing the sensitivity of K-band and X-band, which is really nice because this detector is ridiculously sensitive. So that will help with reducing false alerts, especially in town. City 2 allows you to disable X-band. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the menu now and start diving in. So short press of the menu button, and let's take a look around. Okay, so GPS on and off. I'm not going to explain everything in a ton of detail. We're just going to run through things kind of quickly. All right, so do you want to get alerted to this stuff? Red light cameras. Oh, this is cool. Red light camera quiet ride. This is basically high-speed muting. So if you're on the highway and you happen to get red light camera alerts from a street that's like just next to you, you have the option of muting red light camera alerts when you're traveling on the highway, which is pretty cool. So there you go. Voice, actually here. Let's go ahead and turn it on and run through the menu some more. Okay, turning bands on and off. Pretty standard there, X, K, and Ka, as well as laser. Now we've got K-band pop detection.
K-band, pop on. K-band, pop on.
I believe it's 67 millisecond. I haven't tested 16, but I believe it's just 67. Here's Ka-band pop as well. Here is your BSM filter. And we also have a Ka-band filter to filter out false alerts on Ka-band. TSF, traffic sensor, TSR, all that good stuff. K-band. You've got a couple different options for how wide the K-band scan is. You can scan the entire band, or you can do K-band narrow, which is nice for narrowing it just a little bit to help cut down on like Acura falses and whatnot if desired. So wide, scan everything. Ka-band narrow, I'll put the frequencies on screen. It's basically plus minus 100 for 33.8 and 35.5. However, 34.7 is scanned a little bit wider because of the fact that stalkers tend to drift a little bit more. So the stalker is plus minus 120 currently. So 34.7 is a little bit wider for Ka-band narrow, which is kind of cool. Okay. All threat on. Oh, this is pretty cool. So check this out. So this is going to allow you to see multiple signals at the same time, and the strength of those signal and the frequency of the primary signal. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger one radar gun. It's most likely going to overdrive the detector because the gun's so close to the detector, but check out what happens here on this side of the screen when this happens. So here is the primary signal that we're seeing. I'll just mute it real quick. So this is the primary signal, signal strength, band, frequency, all that stuff. And any additional weaker signals are going to be showing up here. So you can see up to 4 signals at the same time. Primary one, and then 2, 3, 4, which is pretty nice. So there you go. Now you can see 4 different signals all at the same time. So that's pretty cool. I really like that ability. Usually you would need a phone to see, frequency and signal strength and multiple signals and all that stuff. Here you can do it right on the display, which is pretty slick. As far as the colors, you've got a bunch of different colors that you can choose from. Blue, amber, green, pink, gray, and back to red. So a bunch of different colors, whatever matches your car or looks best to you. Scan, oh, this is kind of funny. Check this out. So when you have this on, usually there's like a scanning bar that goes back and forth. With this one, it's kind of like a heart rate monitor, almost like it's measuring your pulse or something. That's kind of funny. Usually that kind of stuff I turn off, but just wanted to show you that real quick.
Scan display off.
Okay, so when you're not detecting a signal, there's a couple different ways where it can show you different things on screen. So
Compass.
see the direction of travel.
Voltage meter. Altimeter. Speed. Speed. Compass.
Speed and compass. This is what I like to see. So direction of travel plus how fast I'm going. Okay.
Kilometer per hour. Mile per hour.
Pretty self-explanatory. Auto mute reduces the volume to level 1 after a couple seconds. Backlight.
Backlight on.
It's whether or not you want these buttons here to be glowing or not.
Backlight off.
Quiet ride. Low speed muting, essentially. Effective for X-band and K-band, but Ka-band and laser will still be alerted to even at low speed. Let's see, we've got a couple different options here. Oh, it goes all the way up to 90. Here, let's do this. I'll go ahead and show you this real quick.
Exit.
So let's do quiet ride. I'm going to hit the detector with K-band first. So you can see it says quiet ride like this. Nice, low speed muting, and it will blink the alert on screen to help get your attention. However, if you get something like a Ka-band signal, that will still punch through the quiet ride filter. Oops, we'll just mute it real quick. So that'll still punch through quiet ride even if you have that set. So that's pretty nice. Okay. High speed muting, or not high speed muting, just letting you know if you're driving too fast. So you can set a threshold so the detector will let you know if you're traveling, up to 100 miles an hour. Okay. Time zone offset, it sets the time with GPS, and then it's just your time zone offset, plus daylight savings time. Battery warning if you're running on your car battery and the voltage starts to drop too far. Same thing if you are parked but your radar detector is still on, it can shut itself off after a period of time. Self-test on startup, factory reset, and then you can start deleting like your lockouts or your manually marked GPS locations, all that kind of stuff. Here is the firmware version that we are currently running, and here is our red light camera database. And we are done. Awesome. So there you go. There is a quick run through of the R3. I know I went pretty quickly, didn't want to go into too much detail, but still provide some. Anyway, this is just a quick look at the R3. Again, this is with beta firmware. There's still some changes and things Uniden is looking to bring forth to the R1 and the R3. R1 doesn't have GPS. This R3 does. But yeah, there is a quick look at the detector. Stay tuned for more information as the detector is released at the end of May. I'll have more updates and more information about this detector. So awesome, there you go. Hope this has been helpful. If you want one, I'll put links down in the video description to where you can pre-order if it hasn't started shipping, or to where you can purchase if it's after the end of May when the detector starts shipping. So awesome, there you go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.